Hey, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? We'll just get down to it. This is a quick intro video of me, and I'm gonna be putting out a lot of videos about my situation. So first, I'm from Chicago. I've been in the Navy for 20 years this month, and served honorably, and never in any kind of trouble, legal trouble, anything like that. So got a good record. I do a lot of volunteer coaching, a lot of volunteer projects, me and my wife, just try to give back to the community, and just give out good vibes, keep the family name flowing through people's mouths and conversations. Little background on my situation. I was married before for a couple years. We had a child, and he is now 18 years old. I've been paying child support every day on time, every month on time for the last 16 years, as the court ordered. So never been late, not one time. Been in and out of court for several years. The latest and greatest on me is that I pay $1,700 a month in child support. I am a U.S. sailor. We don't make that much money to pay $1,700 a month. That's 55% of my pay. So we get incentives for housing and supplement the cost of living here in Hawaii. We need every penny of that. But basically, my child's 18 now, and the way we got here is that in 2012, my ex-wife went to Cook County Court and told them that I owed her for daycare expenses for a 6-year period of time, $225 a week, as long as the child is enrolled in daycare. That was in the divorce decree, as long as he was enrolled in daycare. All right, so we went to court. She didn't have any income. She didn't work, but she told the court that she paid her mother $225 a week for 6 years. At the time, my child should have been in school and didn't need daycare. All right, so let's just get that out the way, okay? So she showed up to court with a stack of handwritten receipts that you can get from Home Depot. All right, and she told several lies in court that day, one of which she said that she hadn't spoken to me in 10 years or something like that, and then she backpedaled and said that she spoke to me a couple months prior to the court appearance. So the court caught her in a lie, but they didn't do anything. The judge didn't do anything about it. So anyway, so she shows up with handwritten receipts from Home Depot, or not Home Depot, Office Depot. Yeah, sorry, Office Depot. Anybody can do that, right? And say that they paid this person this much money. So she had a stack about this big, $225 a week. So you can imagine, for 6 years, so you can imagine how big the stack was, right? So basically, the judge said that I owed her $74,000, right, in daycare expenses. And so the way they wrote the court order was that it was child support arrears, right? So that they're for sure to get their money if it's child support arrears. So like anyone else would do, I appealed it. I lost, and all the information's on the internet. You can. I'll provide a link below with the video when I post it. But anyway, anybody can search this information. The appeal lays it all out, how it went, and you'll get all the information that you would want to know. So anyway, after that, you know, I lost the appeal in December 2014. As of January 2015, I started getting 55% of my pay deducted. All right. I've told this story millions of times, and you know, it just gets old, it gets tiring, and it's a lot of stress. I am remarried. I've been with my wife for 17 years, married 14 this year. And you know, she's amazing. She's very supportive. We have 2 children together, and you know, I don't want this is affecting my whole family. All right, I mean, from me to the wife to the kids, you know, to my parents, to, you know, it's embarrassing that, you know, I don't have the money to do the things that I've earned. Okay, the things that the state of Illinois has taken from me, or in Cook County has taken from me. I have no money for a lawyer. Can't get a lawyer. Can't go back. I'm stationed in Hawaii, so I can't afford a plane ticket there and back to file pro se for any kind of proceedings. Any advice that I get from a lawyer, they pretty much say that I'm out of the statute of limitations. All right. So at this point, you know, I have no credit. You know, I'm barely able to pay my bills, barely able to keep food on the table. You know, driving Uber and Lyft, you know, that can only get you so far. Okay, can't, you know, there's just so many. There's so many things that I've just run out of options. Okay, and you know, this video serves as a public service announcement. All right, I want everyone to see it. I want the world to see this, of how the state of Illinois and Cook County treats their veterans and their military service members. My home of record is in Chicago. I'm stationed in Hawaii, but on my paperwork it says Chicago. Illinois is my home of record. And it's a shame I can't speak highly of my city. It's a shame that I can't speak highly of my state and have pride. I haven't been back there in 6 years. You know, it's a shame. You know, I haven't seen my son in, you know, I'll give you a couple examples. When I was closer, when I was stationed in Virginia, I used to drive to go see him, you know, at least once a month. You know, couldn't afford to get on a plane, obviously, for those reasons. For child support reasons, but I was able to get there when I could. And when I showed up at the door to come see him, you know, I would get the police called on me saying that, you know, he's going to kidnap him, he's going to take him away, he's going to take him out of the state. Really? I'm going to do that? In the military, I'm going to do that, right? I'm going to risk my whole career and try to kidnap my kid. Okay. I have no criminal history, people. All right. I'm not an angel, but I don't have a criminal history. Okay. Nobody's an angel. So anyway, it's just been a long time. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. You know, I don't know where else to turn. I don't know who to turn to. So I'm just putting this out there. So maybe, hopefully, somebody can hear me and maybe help me here. I need a little help. I have nothing else to fight with. Credit, lawyers, like nothing. I have nothing else to fight with. I'm scraping by paycheck to paycheck every 2 weeks, if that. Behind on you name it. I'm always playing catch up. And it's just, you know, I make enough money to be comfortable. Me and my family. I make enough money to be comfortable, but I'm not, because I pay 55% of my pay to someone who lied in court, got caught lying in court, and the court didn't do anything, even in the appeal. How can someone pay $225 a week with no income? Negative $4,000 a month in expenses on her disclosure statement. She submitted that to my attorney. Think about that. And the court let that slide and said I was on the hook. She showed no proof of enrollment in daycare. I had 2 kids in daycare at that time, and I can go to the daycare center and get a printout of when they were enrolled. If he was enrolled in daycare, she should have been provided. She should have provided proof. She didn't. It was verbal. Her mother was there in court. They asked her, "Did you watch the kid?" "Yes." With a stack of handwritten receipts. The lawyers, they don't help. They just want your retainer. They're all in it together. It's all a game. It's all a game. It's all one big money pot for them. The defense lawyer, you know, the other side, the judges, they all make money off this stuff. They all make money. It's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. Sometimes I just, you know, I don't know how I'm still here. I don't know how I still have my clearance for my job. I don't know. There have been times where I didn't want to be here anymore. But like I said, I have an amazing support system at home that keeps me here. Even when I feel like no one else will listen, I know I can go home and I have my wife and I have my kids. But this is just ridiculous how I'm being raked over the coals every month. No savings. I don't want to look like a piece of shit to my kids when it's time for them to go to college, go to things like homecoming, go to things like a, you know, basketball camp or something like that. Even though I put myself in a position to be able to provide those things. And the state of Illinois takes that from me every month and gives it to somebody who doesn't work. And that's fine if you don't want to work, but don't take from me. He's 18 now. He's 18. Give it up. Give it up. I'm not trying to feed you or your existing family right now. Every time you guys get down and sit down at the table, take a bite of your steak or your chicken or whatever you're eating, just know I help cater that party. Just so you know. And if you're listening to me, it's time to stop. I think I'll stop for now, and I gotta go and watch my daughter at volleyball practice, because that's what dads do. They support their kids. So till next time, hope you enjoyed this video. That's just a little short and sweet about my situation, and I'll see you guys next time.